Good evening and welcome to Carnegie Town Hall. I'll call to order this regular meeting of the Sioux Falls Planning Commission and welcome all of you that are here and watching on CityLink. The first item we're going to go over is for the last, I suppose 6 months now, we've been recognizing some projects that have kind of gone above and beyond. And I'll let Commissioner Anderson take this one away.
This month we're going to be talking about the Western Center. The Western Center at 41st and Western Avenue has recently undergone a facelift. Originally built in 1969, the appearance of the strip mall had begun to look old and outdated. The storefronts have been given a fresh look with a mix of stucco, brick, and contemporary awnings. New tenants will soon occupy the space that China Buffet once held. Radio Shack and Red Rosa continue to anchor the south end. With the addition to Shields to the west and new restaurants at the Western Mall, traffic volumes at the corner have been very strong. About 43,000 cars a day travel the intersection. 8 or 9 years ago, as neighborhood and retail centers developed along 57th and 69th Streets, retailers moved away from 41st Street, Raquel Blount with Lloyd Companies stated. You saw leakage, but now the area has filled up and there is a resurgence of the leasing activity on 41st Street. For a while, the vacancy along the corridor was high and very, very low. Congratulations to the Western Center.
Thank you, Andy. Next, we'll move along to the consent agenda. The consent agenda are the non-controversial items that get kind of approved all at once. So I'll have Denise read those items, please.
And Mr. Chair, I need to recuse myself from the consent.
Thank you.
Number 1, approval of the March 5th, 2014 minutes of regular meeting. Item 2, plats. Item 3, 2014-0307, major amendment in Sub-Area A, Raven Industries Planned Development District to add on-sale and off-sale alcohol as allowed uses located at 196 East 6th Street. Item 4, 2014-0302 Conditional Use Permit in the C4 Planned Commercial District for retail trade and service for a building greater than 15,000 square feet located at 1209 and 1217 West 41st Street. Item 5, 2014-0305 Conditional Use Permit in the C3 Central Business District to allow residential on the first floor located at 320 South 3rd Avenue. Item 6, 2014-0306 Conditional Use Permit in the C2 General Commercial District for an on-sale alcoholic beverage establishment located at 121 South Minnesota Avenue. Item 7, 2014-0310 Conditional Use Permit in the C2 General Commercial District to allow retail trade and service on a site greater than 1 acre located east of South Marion Road and north of West 32nd Street. Item 8, 2014-0311 Conditional Use Permit in the C2 General Commercial District to allow an on-sale alcoholic beverage establishment located east of South Marion Road and north of West 32nd Street. Item 9, 2014-0315 Conditional Use Permit in the C4 Planned Commercial District to allow retail trade and service on a site greater than 1 acre, allow a building greater than 15,000 square feet at 1901 South Ellis Road, south of West 26th Street and west of South Ellis Road. Item 10, 2014-0303 Special Use Permit in Sub-Area H, Rolling Heights, the Planned Development District to allow an on-sale alcoholic beverage establishment located at 2312 West 69th Street, Suite 140. Item 11, 2014-0314 Final Development Plan in Sub-Area F, Taylor Planned Development for a drive-up coffee establishment located at 5301 West 57th Street. Item 12, 2014-0308 minor amendment in Sub-Area A, Village at Heather Ridge, to relocate a freestanding sign located at the southeast corner of West 69th Street and Southwestern Avenue. Item 13, 2014-0304 preliminary subdivision plan for Brandy Park addition located at the southwest corner of West 85th Street and South High Cross Trail. Item 14, 2014-0312 preliminary subdivision plan for Lake Lorraine addition located east of South Marion Road, north of West 37th Street, west of Interstate 29.
Thank you, Denise. I'll ask planning staff, were there any changes or objections or additions to the consent agenda? Nope. Other than item 12 being withdrawn by the applicant, correct? Okay. Planning Commission members, anybody have any objections to the consent items? That I'll ask the audience. Anybody that was here that wanted to talk about one of those items that Denise just read, if you want to let us know, we can pull it off the consent agenda. Otherwise, we'll move forward. All right, then I'd look for Planning Commission action.
Mr. Chair, make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Would somebody want to maybe amend so we can withdraw item 12?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion to withdraw item 12 from the consent agenda.
All right, there's a motion. Do I have a second to that?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to amend the consent agenda to withdraw item 12. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, same sign. So the amendment passes, and now we're back to the consent agenda, which we have a motion and a second for, if anybody has any discussion. Otherwise, all those in favor, please say yes.
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 Opposed, same sign. Consent agenda passes. So if you were here for one of those consent agenda items, feel free to leave. You sure can stay if you want to, but otherwise, thank you for coming out. So now we're on to the regular agenda. If we could have a motion to approve the regular agenda.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. We are moving on to item 15.
Item 15 is a 2014-0309 rezone from the RA1 multifamily residential district to the C4 planned commercial district for allowed uses located at 4800 South Tennis Lane.
Good evening, Diane DeCoyer with the Planning Office. The project before you is a request to rezone 4.5 acres of the Great Life Alaska Golf and Fitness Club, formerly known as the Wood Lake Athletic Club, to the C4 planned commercial district to allow for an indoor recreation facility. The owner plans to provide an addition to the east of the existing building and enclose the pool with a permanent roof. A new entrance is also planned to the north of the addition. Other improvements being made are to add more parking, a loading space, and sidewalks at Tennis Lane and 53rd Street. The facility was built back in 1975 and was at that time zoned RA1 residential, as the other development around it to serve as a fitness club for the multifamily units adjacent. The facility is located at 4600 Tennis Lane. The applicant is Gary Stanley. The submitted site plan identifies an 8-foot dimension from the existing footing and foundation of the pool structure to the east where it abuts residential. The applicant will be seeking a variance through the Board of Adjustment to allow the existing setback in lieu of the required 10 foot. Because of the subject application is consistent with the Shape Sioux Falls comprehensive plan, staff recommends approval of the rezone. This is a rezoning application. Rezoning shall be consistent with the comprehensive plan. Rezoning approvals or denials are ordinances and will be sent forward to the City Council for a first reading and a public hearing. I can take any questions that you might have.
Thank you, Diane. Did anyone have any questions? Doesn't look like it. Thank you. We'll ask the applicant to come up. And if you would, identify yourself and your address for the record, please.
Gary Stanley, RS Architects, 405 South 3rd Avenue.
Thank
And
you,
I want
Gary.
to thank you for recognizing Western Center, one of our projects.
Do you have anything you wanted to add to the staff report, Gary?
No, I think Diane did a very thorough job. Don Hill is here. Maybe he should, there's some questions about the Great Life. I think he could answer them.
Sure. Don Hill, the general manager with Great Life, Alaska Golf and Fitness. Any questions?
Any questions for these gentlemen? Looks like you guys are getting off pretty easy.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks. Is there anybody from the audience that wanted to talk about item 15? With that, I would look for commission action. We have a motion for approval. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
No, otherwise, Great Life, I just joined their group and I like what they're starting to do.
Oops. I just said I've joined Great Life and I like what they're starting to do, so I'm very in favor of this.
No other comments?
Well, I'd like to comment, as I look at the revised plan that Gary provided after the fact, this was very helpful for us. We see a lot of pedestrian connectivity, which is the kinds of things we really like to see on these plans. That's the kind of thing that takes this project to that next level and starts to really connect the neighborhood better, make this facility function better. So I was really happy to see this, Gary, that we went a little bit farther than kind of the minimum standard and did something that works better for that whole neighborhood.
If there's no other comments, I will vote. All in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, same sign. Item 15 passes. We'll move on to item 16.
Item 16 is a 2014-0301 conditional use permit in the RD Residential District to construct multiple dwellings with a maximum of 4 units located at 4304, 4308, 4312, 4316 North Pennsylvania Avenue.
Diane DeCoyer again with planning staff. The project before you is a request for a conditional use permit in the RD Residential District to construct 4-unit townhomes at the addresses that Denise just specified on North Pennsylvania Avenue, which is located to the south of 54th Street and west of North Career Avenue. You might recall that these lots were rezoned from RS2 to RD back in February by the Planning Commission. The empty lots directly to the west are zoned RS2 for single family. The owner and applicant is Richard Brake. The submitted site plan appears to meet the required setbacks for the development. Because the application has provided clarity to indicate the location, nature, and extent of the work proposed, staff recommends approval of the conditional use. This is a conditional use permit application. Conditional use permits are uses permitted within zoning districts with conditions. All conditional use permits must meet zoning and building codes. Conditional use approvals or denials are resolutions and are final. I'll take any questions that you might have.
Dan, just one quick one. So 4 plexes on the 4 lots. If I understand right, it's 4 plexes are going on, each 4plex is going on 2 lots. So it's a total of 8 units in this area, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else have questions for Dan? All right, thank you. Is the applicant here?
Good evening, Gary Anders, 320 North Main Avenue, representing the applicant, and I think she covered it very well, and I'll answer any questions if there are any.
Thank you, Gary. Did anybody have any questions for Gary?
Thanks.
All right, thank you. Was there anybody else in the audience that wanted to talk about item 16? All right, I would look for commission action.
Recommend approval of item 16.
Motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second to approve item 16. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor of item 16, please say yes.
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 Opposed, same sign. Item 16 passes. We'll move on to item 17.
Item 17 is a 2014-0209 final development plan in Sub-Area A of the Prairie Vista Estates Plan Development District to construct a bank located at 5800 Southwestern Avenue.
Diane DeCoyer with Planning once again. The project before you is a final development plan for Sub-Area A of the Prairie Vista Plan Development to construct a facility for First Savings Bank at 5800 Southwestern Avenue. The applicant is Roger Hartman. The Prairie Vista PD was approved in 1999, and Sub-Area A allows for O general office use. Access to the property will be provided from Western Avenue from a mutual access easement to the property to the south of the bank. I think it's Ameristar Real Estate that's there to the south. Access is not allowed on Dunbar Trail nor directly onto Western Avenue. A 4-foot tall fence is indicated to screen the parking lot from the residential lots to the north and the east. Pedestrian access is shown to the west from Western Avenue and to the east to Dunbar. The submitted site plan appears to meet the required setbacks for the development. Because the subject application for a final development plan is consistent with the plan development sub-area regulation, staff recommends approval for the request. This is a final development plan. Final development plans are uses which are allowed within the approved plan development. All final development plans must meet zoning and building codes. Final development plan approvals or denials are resolutions and are final. You can answer any questions you might have.
Any questions for Diane? All right, thank you. Is the applicant here tonight?
Good evening. I'm Roger Hartman, Hartman Architecture, representing First Savings Bank. And I'm here for any questions, I guess. If you have any, fire away.
Thanks, Roger. Did anybody have any questions? It's a quiet group tonight. All right.
Quiet group.
Thank you, Roger.
If I can, I'd like to introduce a couple of the people from the bank that are with me here tonight.
Sure can.
Come on, gentlemen. I'll just let you do this one.
Hi, I'm Morgan Larson, President and CEO of First Savings Bank. And this is Byron Ekdom. I'm the Divisional Manager based here in Sioux Falls.
Welcome to you, gentlemen. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
All right. Was there anybody in the audience that wanted to talk about item 17? I will look for commission action then.
I'll make a motion to approve item 17.
Second. Motion and a second. Any discussion?
Since we've let everyone off so easy, I just have to say, do we really want another bank? Keep in mind, I work for a bank. These guys know that. That's why it's funny. So.
Yep, said the guy that works for the bank.
Says the guy that works for the bank.
Looks like a great project. Looking forward to that getting built on, so it'll be a nice addition to that corridor.
If there is no other discussion, we will vote. All in favor of item 17, please say yes.
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 Opposed, same sign. Item 17 passes. We will look for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
We are adjourned.